Hey y'all, it's Ruthie, or Eliza Ruth, depending what part of my life you've known me in. I don't know if there's gonna be any locals here, so if there are, it's your girl Eliza. If they're not, it's Ruthie. So this has been a long time coming for me. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I'm finally making this new channel. So, if you didn't know, I was part of a 7-person YouTube channel called 7 Lens for a little while. And that was really fun. And it really sparked an interest in editing for me. I'm really bad at it, but it's really comforting for me to do. So, yeah, I'm making this new channel as a way to get my creativity out, and also I'm so bored because I'm home for the summer. Some things you might need to know about me. Like I said, my name is Ruthie. I'm 19. I'm currently in Kentucky because I'm from here, and it's summertime, so. But I go to university over in Shanghai, China. Yeah, I go to NYU Shanghai, which sounds a lot cooler than it is. The juxtaposition between being here in Kentucky and living on a farm to moving to Shanghai, which is one of the biggest cities in the world, is terrifying and really fun. I always thought that the first city I would live in would be New York or Chicago, but the opportunity came to me and I decided that this was gonna be what I was gonna do for college, so. It's still crazy. I just finished my freshman year, so I'm gonna be a sophomore next year. Cheers. But yeah, I'm really excited. I get to pick my roommate. Good times only. Anyway, so my interests include, but aren't limited to, I like to journal a lot. I have a bullet journal that I keep, and I may post some videos of like journal with me's or whatever. Like, look them up online, they're really fun. I also really enjoy poetry, and I have a separate poetry journal because that's more private and I don't really want to post any of that like out into the universe until I'm ready. So if I ever do want to post it, I'll just transcribe it into my bullet journal and we'll go from there. Obviously, since I live in China, I learn a lot of Chinese. That's pretty much one of my main interests right now. Doing a lot of Duolingo, memorize, flashcards. I have to make a new deck of flashcards. I forgot to bring mine home when I moved back here, so that was dumb of me. And I also really like making playlists. Like if I'm ever like in a certain mood, I'm like, yeah, let's make a playlist. Let's do it. I'm so sorry. So now on to the main point of this channel. It's gonna be a K-pop channel, so look forward to that. So I'm just gonna go through like the groups that I stan and like let you know what's up. So my top 4 groups, I'll say, are definitely, right now at least, NCT, and I do alt Mark Lee. So my first ever like alt group was 17, and I do still alt June, but I feel really bad because he was my number 1 for so long, and then I got absolutely destroyed at KCON. I didn't even buy a Smart. I told myself I wasn't going to buy a Smart because I was like, that's too basic. I don't want to buy a Smart. He's so blah, blah, blah. It happened anyway, so that's cute. But so yeah, NCT, 17, June is still the bias, and then also like Minghao. I do love China Line. I met Minghao. I'll put a little clip in there. Just.
有序的进行参观和体验，在现场仍然有很多好玩的环节，大家可以在现场这个真果粒。
Yeah, my third group is. This isn't in any like actual order. These are just like the top 4 that I have, but they're like kind of all tied for first. So, Stray Kids, I bias Woojin, which is obvious if you follow my Twitter. I will link it down below. Yeah, I go off about Woojin a lot. He's also in my username, and he's my photo, so that's hot. And then the fourth group is the boys, and I do bias Kevin Moon, in case it wasn't like obvious that I'm that type of person that would bias Kevin Moon. And then the other groups that I stan, like I still very hardcore stan these groups. They're just not like my top 4 or anything, at least not right now. They probably will be at one point because I do that. So after the boys, I also bias Day 6, and my bias is One Pill because he's a sweet boy. And then ATEEZ, and I bias San. And then there's GOT7. GOT7 is very important. I don't have a bias in GOT7 because I've known them for way too long, so. But if I were to have to choose, it would be either Mark or Bam Bam, so that's the T. And then Monsta X, I bias Wonho. He a thick man. And then also Pentagon. I got to see Pentagon as a full 10-member group at KCON New York. I think that might have actually been their last concert with all 10 of them, which is insane to think about because was Yenin there? Yenin wasn't there. So there wasn't all 10 of them. I lied. Because if Yenin was there, he would still be my only bias in Pentagon, but now I have 2, and it's Yenin and Shinwon, because Shinwon is a clown and we stan. Also, he said hello to me, so that's hot. So those are my groups. For the most part, there's some that I definitely left out, but yeah, that's who I stan as of right now. I got into K-pop when I was probably, well, for the first time. I got into K-pop for the first time when I was 11? I don't know. Yeah, sometime around there. The first video, I don't know. I could have been 12. I don't know. The first video I saw was Ring Ding Dong, and I was like, we stan, I guess. So SHINee was my first K-pop group. I watched like every single one of their videos, and I still do. I love SHINee. What can I say? I don't have a SHINee bias either because they've been with me for way too long as well. I used to say it was Minho, but I don't know, sis. So yeah, I first ever got into K-pop around 2012. I got into SHINee because they're kings, it's what they deserve. So after that, I kind of let it slip off my radar for a long time. And then I think probably around a year later, 2013 or 2014, I don't even remember. I think it was my freshman year of high school, so 2014. My roommate was from China. She was from Wuhan, which is so crazy. It's like an hour away from like where I go to college now. So crazy shit. She really liked EXO, and I was like, I used to listen to a lot of K-pop, so like show me some stuff, like tell me some things. And then I had actually already known EXO for a brief period of time back when I was still in my SHINee phase because, you know, SM, but I had biased Tao, like very close to a curse word in Chinese. Anyway, I biased Tao, and he left the group. So that's cute. And then these days I bias Xiumin and Chen. So that's the T, sis. And then I also got into GOT7 around the same time I got back into EXO. Because GOT7 was just like new on the scene. They were young, cute boys. And I really appreciated like how stupid they were. Cause like, me too, sis. Fuck. So yeah, they were my re-entrance into the K-pop world, and for the past 5 years I have been fully into it, my guys. I try to keep up with as many new groups as possible. There's so many groups that are like debuting recently that I have not gotten into yet. Like my main recent groups that have like debuted are like the boys, Stray Kids, and ATEEZ. I know that there's a lot more out there that I need to get into, so if you want to see me like watch some videos and learn some things, then yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up. I know that it's going to be like kind of different from what I was doing on the 7 Lint channel because there's only one of me and not 7. So that's going to be kind of hard. I don't have a solid film schedule yet. So if you have any ideas that you want me to film, I am more than glad to do them. If not, and you just want to like send me love, then you can like this video and subscribe and tell me you love me because I have so much love to give and no one to give it to. So if you're here for that type of stuff, Ruthie, thank you. It's been real.